Good morning. This is Dwight Colby Smith in Richmond, Virginia. And I just think of Christ's letters when he says, let's stop the bickering. Let's stop the fighting and the arguing. And let's learn how to talk to one another. Let's learn how to listen. And he gives us a lot of that through the letters, for it's all love. So this morning, I'm just thinking about the kingdom of heaven on earth. First of all, Christ tells us through Jesus, heaven is within. The kingdom of God is within. Okay? So we have to embody that. What does that mean? Question that. Question that. What does that mean? And now I know that from what I believe I am, this is what I create in my world. Okay? So if I'm in peace and harmony and joy and love and awareness of the I am presence within me, I can bring that forth. And the beauty is it's done automatically. I attract to me those of like mind, and I repel those who are harmful in any way. It's just the way the energy of the universe works. And this is what Jesus wanted us to hear. So what I want to say is, let's stop the bickering. Let's stop the right and wrong. Let's start looking for what we have in common. Let's start looking for, if I truly believe that I and the Father are one, why would I desire harm to come to myself? And why would that God of me want anything to come to me but that which I want? Okay. So what I keep seeing, just every day I see something that says it's happening. My passion is to bring forth the kingdom of heaven on earth by December 31st, 2018. And every day I see or hear something saying, it is happening. It is happening. So the way we stop all the negative in the world, the wars and everything, is not to get mad at them or mad at the president or mad at the way this is being done or that is being done. Just be at peace with it, knowing that, this is passing. This is the resistance against peace. When Jesus walked into Jerusalem, he knew energetically he was going to be met with a very powerful force of energy opposed to everything that he stood for. He knew this. He knew his days were numbered. And yet he trusted the Father we'll get through this. And Father, when I need you, I'll call on you. And the Father says, dude, I have got you totally covered. You are penetrated and permeated with nothing but the love of the universe. And because you have accepted you can radiate this amount of love will carry you through easily and effortlessly. You'll experience no pain, no suffering. You'll be in a place of blissful love that permeates and penetrates everything around you and dissolves it for your good and nothing but your good. And you bring nothing but good and your good to everyone around you. Wow, thank you for this. I just ask you, can you experience being that? See yourself as a light and how bright that energy can be and how far it can extend. And the further it extends, the less negativity can be in me, regardless of what's in my world. What we would call negativity just doesn't even exist, can't even be seen. We are spiritual bodies. We are this light living this body. So anyway, I just want to say, and the way Ernest Holmes says it is, which is so beautiful. I love these two philosophies. They're such a marriage of perfection. Ernest Holmes says, the world has learned enough from suffering and pain. It's now time to bring forth a different world, not the world that mankind has created, but the world that the consciousness, the spirituality of our humanness. It's another YouTube I did, Spiritualized Human. Okay? We are meant to, if we want, we have choice. That's the bottom line. We have choice. Done unto us as we believe. If my choice is love and peace and joy, I'm bringing to you, to myself, from the universe, the truth of who we are. Thank you. See, I don't call this channeling, but that really is what it is. What I'm receiving within me, filling me, enlightening me, telling me the truth of who I am, I'm sharing that with you, but I'm getting the first fruits of it, and you can get the first fruits also. Because what is within me, the I am presence, from the I am presence, universal, and my own individual consciousness within all the consciousness of the world. This is why we are one. But each of us have our own individualized consciousness, like our own bubble of energy that we live in. And everything to feed this ball of energy is fed to us. We attract it. We can talk about the food and how the different foods nourish us. And some foods are harmful to us. And we can choose the good and the so-called bad. But there's a consciousness of us that's making the choice. I'm telling my consciousness to eat. And my consciousness does everything it can for me to eat. On the physical plane, we see it with a cause and effect. On the spiritual plane, we see it as the first cause and the resulting effect. The cause above the cause. Of the thought, there's a thought above the thought I'm thinking. That is a higher consciousness vibration than the one at the level I'm thinking. And so I'm bringing this because we have suffered enough on our earth. And I look forward to President Trump meeting with the leader of North Korea. I know they each have their own personal agendas, but we, as a collective consciousness, can influence that meeting to come forth for the highest and best good without knowing or saying what that highest and best good is. It's just saying that there is a higher purpose for their coming together. And at this time where our world is, I call them the bullies on the playfield. I think back to when I was in junior high school and we had what we called the commons. I came from a small town in the late 40s, early 50s. Okay, so it'd be right around 50, 51 maybe. That we were on this common area where all the schools, we had all the elementary schools were in different schools. We had small classes then. And we all would go into the playground at the same time, and there were the bullies there. And they kind of had their own pack of, tough guys and so forth, walking around the playground acting like we're it. But if you haven't heard in a previous recording, I realized I was a sissy. So I didn't attract these bullies. And if I did, which happened a few times, there was that wit within me, that Christ in me, that know within me to say what needed to be said for my highest and best good. So I don't know that at the time, but I'm saying if we can see President Trump and the North Korean leaders coming together for a higher purpose, regardless of what's attracting them together, there may be something very, very good. Not there can be. we can make that happen. We can make something good come of it. And so I ask us to put our energy on that. You know, our world needs this new belief system very dramatically. You know, I mean, I'm not in a place of horror or anything, but with the brink of destruction by the hands of people that we have put into office. And I'm not saying anything good or bad with that. I'm just saying this is the way it is. And because of the I am presence within me, I have no fear of this. I just, you know, it is what it is. Right now, I have peace. I have love. I have harmony. I have joy. I have support. I have everything in a higher consciousness that brings my third dimensional consciousness to a very nice place of being. And we can all have this. This is why I want to see peace on earth, because first of all, I know it can happen. It can happen as soon as you hear that Jesus is love instead of Jesus is judgment. And I'm speaking mainly to the Christians, but what I'm saying pertains to everything, because we all have a spiritual teacher of some kind. And what we believe that spiritual teacher to be is who we already are. And they are just assisting us to find that within us. And when we do, individually, we become a collective. And as these collectives become more and more around the world and radiating more and more energy, as the picture I did of Jesus going through Jerusalem to his crucifixion, you know, just having more than enough energy to carry him through. This is within us. And if that sounds impossible, I believed it was impossible. Jesus believed it was impossible. Muhammad believed it was impossible. The Buddha believed it was impossible. But all of them and me and you seek a higher truth, the truth of existence, the truth of where did we really come from and who are we meant to be. We're meant to be God in man, God through man, living together in oneness and joy, in sharing, in equality, in respect, in all these things. Does it sound impossible? Absolutely. Does that stop the dream? Absolutely not. Jesus had a dream 2,000 years ago. Christ reawakened the dream in 2000. And we've had many awakeners along the line in these last 2018 years. But now each of them are saying it's time to wake up. It's time to stop bickering. It's time to stop suffering and having pain and causing it. It's time to make healthy choices for ourselves. As we make them for ourselves, we make them for our world. So thank you for being with me this day. God bless you. Let's stop the bickering. Let's give timeouts to ourselves and process, and then discuss with one another while we listen. There's no need for bickering. There's no need for right or wrong. There's just need to accept and love one another. And let me be me and let you be you. You know, that's the bottom line. That's all it takes. I love you just the way you are, as it says in the song. You don't have to do anything for me to love you. We don't have to do anything for Jesus to love us or God to love us. Because love is all there is. Because of how it's being expressed, love is all there is. So I look for love. I find love. I attract love. I become love. And I, through you, set fire to the world. The kindling is in place. Heaven on earth is achievable by December 31st, 2018. I get all tangled up. I'm in the now, back then too. So thank you for listening. And if this has any meaning, please share with me. ChapelintheSky at AOL.com. Let's bring forth the kingdom of heaven on earth this year. Be a part of it. It's exciting. It's beautiful. It's rewarding. And everyone benefits. So have a blessed day. a blessed week, a blessed month, a blessed year. The year where peace is accomplished on earth through each of us. Namaste.